What is up, everybody? It is Pugway or Connor here, and we are going to be doing what I'm going to be calling a random gameplay of the day. This is just going to be whatever game I find on my Steam hard drive that I want to play, and I'm going to play it in chat. So, this one is Max Payne 3 multiplayer, which I'm sure a lot of you probably haven't seen. It's certainly not the highlight of Max Payne 3, which is, however terrible of a PC port it may be, it is a incredible game nonetheless. But Max Payne 3 has a decent multiplayer mode. It's by no means, like I said, the highlight of your Max Payne 3 experience, but it's not a bad mode in and of itself. It suffers from the problem that I think 95% of multiplayer shooters have nowadays, is that it doesn't have a large player base, but it's not too bad. I myself haven't played a whole lot of it, so I figured, I own it. I'm like, man, I'm not very good at it, as you can tell. So, what am I doing? Well, basically, channel's pretty new. I haven't been uploading very frequently, but I have been making videos, and that's what I'm kind of here to talk about. I have started up a new channel, which is, I know, a bit strange, that since I don't really have, a huge base here. But I've started up a co-op channel called Poor People Play. That is a channel I am doing with my friend Tony, and we will have some videos going up there. If you've watched any of my Portal 2 co-op videos, that is the kind of stuff we're looking forward to. Those are going to be transplant. Man, I don't think I've gotten a single kill yet. Anyway, those Portal 2 videos are going to be transplanted over onto the Poor People Play channel, and if you're interested in seeing, other stuff like that, that's the kind of content we're looking at giving. Just, doing some fun co-op stuff. We have a Fear 3 playthrough in the works, and by in the works, I mean it is pretty much done. So if any of you were ever curious about Fear 3, I know that game is, remarkably old by, standards of today. But if anyone was or ever is interested in Fear 3, that is going to be going up. So I've already watched. Oh, look at that, Max Payne's top player. Anyway, so if you're interested in Fear 3, Portal 2, we're going to have some GTA going up there, and our big game, which is going to be coming up soon, is Starbound. So if you haven't heard of Starbound, you can go ahead and look that up on Google. It's basically like that game Terraria that came out a while ago. A lot of the same devs getting together and working on a game that is supposed to rival and surpass. And so Tony and I both have that on pre-order, and we're going to be playing that quite heavily when it comes out, and doing a lot of gameplay commentaries and playthroughs and tips and tricks and all that stuff on Poor People Play. So check that channel out. There will be a link to it in the description of this video. Otherwise, what else am I going to be doing? Well, on this channel here, I would like to keep it a lot of, informal stuff. Let's Plays, I enjoy doing Let's Plays. I think I'll do some Let's Plays, but I can't, Let's Plays are a lot of work, because you got to stick with one game, and I often jump around in between games, or I leave games unfinished. So, if I get a good viewer base that wants to see some Let's Plays, I have some games in mind that I really like to try out, and so I would really like to do some Let's Plays, but at the moment it's just not feasible as far as time goes. We'll do one more game here. So what I really want to do is just, bring you stuff like this, random gameplays. It doesn't have to be multiplayer games all the time. I'll probably do Max Payne again at some point in the future. And, like maybe Team Fortress 2. I've looked at Team Fortress 2. I've played a lot of TF2 myself, just, on my own time. So, I'll probably bring you some TF2, just because, why not? Also would like to look at bringing some single-player content. Also, just some random clips from single-player games. Maybe some BioShock. I've been playing through the original 2 BioShock games again. I had kind of a bad first experience with the BioShock. The first BioShock, I remember it coming out, and I don't remember what any of these are. I remember the first. Oh, okay, here we go. I remember the first BioShock coming out, and I remember I was a bit younger at the time, and I really wanted that game. and my dad is a gamer, and so I told him, you know, man, we gotta get this, we gotta get this, and we picked it up, and well, he got the demo, and didn't really like it, because it was, you know, the original BioShock is it's kind of got a creepy vibe to it, like, you know, it likes to go for the horror thing. So, and that wasn't really his style, and, you know, it just kind of died there. Then with BioShock 2, I remember picking it up. I was at a friend's house, and we were looking for some, you know, cool action game to play. So we picked up BioShock 2, which is, especially in the opening hours, not a good game if you're looking for, like, a party game. It's definitely a solo experience, besides the multiplayer component, of course. But it is definitely a solo experience, as far as the single player is concerned. It's not really a game that, you know, you get together with a whole bunch of buddies and play. It's just, it's not its style. So I kind of had a bad taste in my mouth from the series for a while, and then when I bought this new graphics card that I have in my computer, it came with BioShock Infinite, and so, you know, I was like, alright, I'll look into this game. And the more I started looking into it before it came out, the more excited I was getting for it, and I absolutely loved Infinite. I mean, it was one of the first games in a while that I've sat down and I played through it in like a weekend, and just I couldn't get enough of it. I wanted to be playing it when I wasn't, and it was bad. So I picked up the original 2 BioShock games on a really good sale on Amazon during their Mayhem sale. And that guy is dead. Alright. I picked him up on the Mayhem sale, and I just finished BioShock 1 last night, and I kind of had some of it spoiled for me, but the experience was good, and it's a thought-provoking game. So, you know, I might bring some footage of that, because that's what I'm playing through on my spare time at the moment, is BioShock 2. And, you know, whatever else you want to see. I'm getting close to 100 Steam games here, and shit, I am not good at this game at all. I plan on doing some single-player Max Payne. A funny story. I planned to do some single-player Max Payne 3 a while ago, and I was rendering out a video for 4 People Play at the time, and for whatever reason, my nearsighted brain didn't foresee the fact that, hey, since you've got most of your system hardware going towards this, playing a game like Max Payne 3 and using fraps is probably going to mess with your system a bit. So I jump in the game, you know, I start up my commentary, whatever, and I mean, recording, I'm getting like 15 FPS in-game. And I was like, oh, well, I guess we'll hold off the commentary until later. And I was sitting here, and, you know, I figured it was about time that I uploaded something to my channel. So I figured I'd throw up this Max Payne 3 commentary. As far as my thoughts on the game, I mentioned this earlier. Max Payne 3, Max Payne 3 has one of the best single-player modes I have ever played. It is a very underrated game. I mean, critically, it was you know, it was playing critically, but as far as, you know, like, people that actually bought this game, you know, it didn't do too well. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you have not played Max Payne 3, you're doing yourself as a gamer a disservice. It is if you enjoy, you know, great gunplay and cinematic gameplay experiences on top of just a phenomenal story, then Max Payne 3 is the game you cannot miss. So I would definitely recommend going out, picking this one up. I actually played it on Xbox, and then when I upgraded to the good old PC Master Race here, I figured it would be, it was like $15, and I'd only rented it before, never owned it, so I was like, you know, I really enjoyed this game. And even though I remembered the story pretty well and hadn't played it, you know, and had played it recently, it was, don't you know I'm doing a commentary here? I'm supposed to look good, people. Even though I'd played it recently, it still stood out in my mind as one of those games that was just... I beat it again within, you know, not too long. I made it the point to play through the whole thing. And yes, WinRAR. I hate that son of a bitch. Oh, and has our game crashed? Our game may have crashed. So, oh, no, never mind. Yeah, I will warn you, if you're picking it up on PC, visually, it follows a lot of the patterns of Rockstar games. Visually, the game is stunningly beautiful on PC. A lot of things, you know, it's very artistically driven, stylized, you know, in the comic style cutscenes and such. But it's also, it also has just straight up good visuals. And on PC, they are profoundly beautiful. It certainly stands out. However, the PC port of this game is a lot like PC ports of other Rockstar games, and it's just not. Well, quite honestly, it's not good. It's really lacking in a good set of optimization. I mean, it runs well, but it's got, you know, I remember when I first bought the game, it took me, you know, it took me a good couple of hours to actually get it working, because I had a whole bunch of just bugs and freezing and cutscenes stuttering, and it was overall kind of a bad time. So be wary of that. But like I said, and I just jumped and hit my head. But yeah, if you've not played Max Payne 3, you owe it to yourself. So, what else have I been up to gaming-wise? You know, I also picked up the Alan Wake, the Humble weekly sale went on, and I had and featured Alan Wake, and I picked up the Humble weekly sale, and it sounded overly professional for what I usually do here. Anyway, I picked up the Humble Weekly Sale, and I've been playing through Alan Wake. Not as much as the BioShock games. I've been pretty into the BioShock games, but Alan Wake, I played about 2 hours or so, and it's good. It is very good. I almost missed it. I almost missed the sale, which would have been stupid because I only paid like $1 for it. I have a channel called Poor People Play. I don't have a whole lot of money here, so whenever I can take advantage of good deals, I always do. Sorry, intense concentration. So yeah, I checked that out, and it's very good. It's better than I was expecting it to be. It's made by Remedy, actually, so this all kind of relates. Remedy made the original Max Payne before the was bought by Rockstar. And a lot of the Max Payne themes kind of, you know, carry over. Alan, well, first of all, I find it funny that Remedy's 2 top games, I actually don't know if they've made anything else. I'm sure they have. But Remedy's 2 top games, Max Payne and Alan Wake, are both named after the main character, which is kind of easy. But a lot of themes. Just if you've played I actually played through both Max Payne 1 and most of Max Payne 2 very recently as well. And if you've played either of those games and then you play Alan Wake, you notice a lot of things that I would say are just Remedy's style. And it's a lot of little things, you know, and probably stuff that has to do with the engines that they use and the way they do things, but you know, the way doors work and how you just kind of walk in the doors open. That's a Rockstar thing as well. But Remedy did it with Max Payne 1, and it's very similar in Alan Wake. The over narration, not over as in too much, it's over as in commentary going on. If you play any of the Max Payne games, you know, Max walks around. I am actually getting frustrated watching or playing myself, so watching this must be infuriating. So I apologize for that. But anyway, yeah, the Alan Wake games, I can do a separate commentary on those, maybe with some gameplay in the background, if anyone's interested in my thoughts, because they do go on for quite a while longer, as most of my things do. But overall, the Alan Wake series is not bad. So anyway, that kind of concludes our little ranting, rambling here on Max Payne 3 random gameplay of the day. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, leave a comment below, or a like, or a dislike, or a favorite, or, you know, print out the web page and put it on your fridge. That'd be nice too. And anyway, with that, have a nice day.